Whoa! Oh, that's one of the ways we get the snow off our cars in the winter. Not the most ideal, but it works sort of. Welcome back, guys, to another day, another video, another snowy day. And as you can tell by my face, I'm absolutely ecstatic. It's Saturday, which means I got a few hours this morning extra to sleep in and recoup from a long week of work. But Saturday doesn't mean that we're just going to be lazy and sit inside all day. We got 3 pairs of pants on. I got 4 layers on my upper body. We're decked out head to toe and we're ready for the snow. But before I do anything else, I'm just going to clear off snow from my car here and see if we can't actually get it out of the driveway, because the plow just keeps shoveling snow at the end and it just keeps getting bigger and the snow doesn't end, and this is what my life is. So let's go. One more for good luck, and I don't know if I can do it the other way, but what? Oh, that was fun. Okay, let's get to work. This is kind of what we're working with in the shop right now. It's not actually as cold outside, which is nice, thanks to probably the walls, but it's not all the way there yet. Hopefully finishing this project, which we found, Sarah and I, a hutch on Marketplace that I've kind of severed in half. This piece will be kind of like an upper cabinet, and this I've taken off the top and now have put sort of a butcher top that I have to cut and finish, so it'll go beside the fridge. All these things take time, and I don't want to rush anything because I used to rush stuff and it turned out like and so now we're taking some more time to do that kind of stuff. So there's not really a whole lot that's going to go on today, but I have started up doing painting again, which pretty much my bread and butter for a long time. And I have a paint quote later today at 1 o'clock down the street, so I think we're probably going to walk over there and see if we can make some money for ourselves, and hopefully that goes well, and hopefully this all goes well. But I'll probably see you guys again in a time lapse when I decide to actually push through and tackle cleaning this place up as much as possible, because although I might not get a whole lot done today, at least getting a little bit done today will make me feel happy. So I'll see you guys then. Fortunately, before we do that, I actually have to move everything, because right now I'm living in a Tetris jungle of working in one space and then moving stuff to another space, whether it's because of my ADHD or whether it's because I just don't like to spend too long doing one thing. I don't know what it is, but here we are, moving wood again. And I'll show you guys actually what we have to do at some point with our project. God, there's a lot of snow. But all the wood that was in my garage, I actually moved it all under the back of my house here, and I just kind of tossed it in, because this now is just junk storage until I can actually organize it. I've got wood and foam insulation and a bunch of other miscellaneous stuff and projects that I just don't have time for right now. So that'll come when we have nothing else to do, which is something I look forward to. But as most things in life are, a lot of this setup is definitely temporary, but it makes it a little easier because I can move this thing out of the way. All right, then I can set you guys nicely up over there, and I can just show you a little bit into the chaos that is this place. Okay, so, don't you know it, I've lost both, not one, but both of my tape measures in this chaos. And so I think it's a good place to say that, here it is. It's a good place to say, if you're anything like me, where half of the job is making sure that you're cleaning up, and the other half of the job is making sure you're actually doing stuff. But sometimes you're getting very conflicted between which side you want to actually do. And today I just want to do this, because if I do this, then I get rid of this, and if I get rid of this, then I can do that. And you kind of see where the thread begins to untangle itself. So all I really want to do right now is take some measurements of this thing because we want it to be pretty flush. So that's with a little overhang. All right, so I got my basic dimensions here. And the idea is, I think first, I just want to rip down everything so I have a flat edge to work with. Because I don't actually know how I want this to be. And I'm basically now just going to make sure to rip down all the edges so they're square. I just want to be right about the dimensions and making sure that I can take
this back to this, see it again, cut it again, make sure it fits, put it on,
and get it the F out of here.
so I can keep doing other stuff. I want to show you guys the weather here. So, I mean, today, not bad. Sunday, Monday, gonna just keep snowing. And then it seems like we're just going to plummet. Ah, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. We'll be fine, guys. We'll be fine. We're gonna be fine. We got layers and we're gonna be fine. All right, so there's one edge nicely cut. It's not super perfect, but I took my time and just kind of followed along one of these kind of seams where all these pieces of maple have been jointed together. So I'm just going to take this as the front of the piece, put it back on this thing here, and see what kind of dimensions I want to take with it.
and it's good to take your time with these things and go back and forth and back and forth.
Just to make sure it's perfect.
It's just, it's good to take your time as a man to make sure it's perfect for your partner so she doesn't hate it and makes you want to do it again. So, lessons learned. I gotta figure out a better dust collection system at some point because I'm sure huffing maple dust is it's not as bad as smoking cigarettes, I'm sure, but it's probably not the best. So maybe we'll just leave this door open for now. Okay, maple dust aside. Maple dust actually sounds like a good Canadian drug. Maybe we should look into that. But anyways, that is a lot better. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I think if it just ends like that and the fridge is here, it might be nice to just have that little overhang. So I just don't know if that's wonky or if she'll hate it. So we got to go ask the boss. Hey, boss. Love? I need your approval on something. It's just wood dust. Nothing to worry about. Well, maybe you're having a stroke inside because this seems like a separate issue. That's different. I don't know if that garbage is gonna be in this thing.
Yeah, I think so.
But then you're gonna. What if we just build a little? What if we just make the box the garbage? Yeah, always.
No.
I love you. Bye. All right. So while we wait for the boss's proposed plans on how that's gonna work, so find a middle ground, cut it to square, and then get back when we get there. All right. Here's the next kind of problem in the shop infrastructure that I'm building. I got this kind of little area cut out because I want to put my stool under there, but I don't have something here that'll actually help when it comes time to cut it sideways. So half the battle, like I said, is working on stuff, and then the other half is actually doing stuff when you're supposed to make it easier for next time. So instead of me trying to fumble my way around cutting it like this where it's just gonna fall, we're gonna take some time right now and cut a piece to properly fit in this area, and then we'll get back to that, I guess. So okay, I'm conflicted now because the way I did this originally, this lined up perfectly with this flush, but obviously this is higher. I'm in between either just leaving that level and leaving it all at like a slope kind of thing, or making this side level. I don't know what to do. And the thing I know to do best is that when I don't know, and I usually don't, and everything that I do, I usually make up as I go. So with that, I think I want to keep this level, do something here, bada bop, and I don't know. I'm going to sit back and just think about it for 5 minutes. So I'll come back to you guys when I have some kind of answer. And if I don't and you never see me again, well, just know that this consumed me entirely and just caused a huge wrench in my day. But no, I'm just kidding. I'll figure it out. It's not that importante. Sitting on a crossroad, wondering where to go. Okay. This might be a good lesson and teaching moment that I should take a break and go warm up my toes because it's cold in here. And so I don't want to rush this because as much as it's wrong, I'd like to make it as close to right as I can. Yeah, and this kind of just happens to me every day where it's sort of 2 steps forward, 1 step back. And I just appreciate the step back a lot more so I can understand how I want to make the next step forward work and work well and work right and do it now so I don't have to redo it later, which is what I used to always do. So let's go inside, warm up, have some tea, and then maybe come back later. Definitely come back later and deal with this. All right, we're back. It's only about 5 or 10 minutes later from the last clip, but I decided to have some warm tea, put on some thicker socks, and get myself the robe of destiny, which is actually quite warm and highly recommended to any man out there watching, is to just get yourself a nice robe. We can all just bundle up together. Okay, I'm not gonna film anymore or put a time lapse until I sort of think through and get this done. So let's. All right, so funny enough, this actually works. It's not perfect because it's actually super wonky. But you know what? For right now, in terms of getting back to doing what we were doing and not getting too off topic, this is perfect for right now. And guess what? Like a lot of things, I will get back to it later. So back to doing what we were doing. We're going to put away every tool that we needed to bring out in order to use this. So let's do that now. All right, that's better. We're cleaner, we're wiser. We are, I don't know why boner came into my head, but that's not relevant. Anyways, so we're gonna go back to squaring this up, making it nice, doing the thing, and cutting the wood. So let's go. All right, so now that I got 2 of my edges done, I can take this bad boy over here and start to get a sense of where I actually want to get my cut line for the back. Ooh, you know what? I might leave it long because it'll stick out farther to give more surface. So I might have to go inside and measure out how far I actually want it, because if I just leave it out back there, I don't care about this. Let me show you. So if I leave this section back as just a void, maybe I could use it to put stuff behind it, then it increases the depth of it a lot more, and the fridge, as it sticks out a lot farther, it might not seem as awkward. So we would just have to square up this side. Going in.
No, it's not.
It's going in. Stop doing stuff. It goes in. Go inside and measure that real quick. All right, so I measured it, and that's the plan. We're gonna leave the back long. We're gonna shorten up that side, square off the back, and let's do that now. All right, so this is what we're working with. it came out pretty nice, and I'm happy with how it's going to turn out. There's a lot more work in terms of getting it sanded with the corners and the edges and the top, and getting refinished, and overall I'm really happy with it. And if that's the case, I know Sarah will be just as happy with it as well. So I think that's where we're going to end this little project today, and I don't know if I'll keep filming or add more to this video, but if I do, I'll see you in the next clip. But the last thing I'll say, and my best piece of advice that I've learned with woodworking, is to just take it as slow and even slower than you think you need to. And a lot of the times, let the machine do what it has to. Don't push it any harder than it needs to go, and you'll just get where you need once you're through. So keep on keeping on, and I'll see you in the next clip, or maybe not. I don't know. All right, guys, we're walking over to give somebody a paint quote, so we'll see what we can do for them. I already know that there's probably been another 2 quotes that they've gotten, and from what the lady told me, there should be another person actually quoting the house while I'm there. So no skin off my back. We just do the best that we can, and be as honest and candid about the kind of work and service that we're going to provide. So alrighty, it's gorgeous. And the goggles help a lot. I recommend goggles for anybody in the winter, because snow blindness is a real thing. All right, I'll see you guys after. I probably got a couple more minutes before she shows up. We're supposed to meet at 1:30. It's like 1:29 now. But the thing that I've learned most in the success of my business is punctuality. It's the worst thing that you can do for any impression, for any job, and for any success, to be late, because it just shows that you don't care nearly as much as you should. So if I say 1:30, I'm gonna be here at 1:20, because that's what we do. And so I think she's coming now down the driveway, so I'm gonna hang up, and I will